got Admiral Anderson on the QEC. Patching him through to you now.
Shepard.
Admiral, how you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Kaylee wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave. And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
It's too generous. Besides, you'll be back here once the war's over.
I doubt it. Even assuming we survive this, it'll take years to rebuild things here. Please, Commander. Don't make me beg.
All right. Consider it done.
I appreciate it. And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
So long, Admiral.
Anderson out. You never asked me about this, but my wife just called. My ex-wife. Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships.
You have received a new message.
She wasn't military.
Ah, Commander Shepard, your table is ready.
Good evening. Would the lady care for a drink?
Maybe later. I'm meeting a friend.
Very good. Enjoy your evening.
I hear the shadows.
Hey, Shepard, not bad, huh? The sushi place is serious. Like, French guy at the door serious. Only had to save the galaxy twice to get a table here. You seen the line outside? But here I am, drink in hand. Best pilot in the universe, and a rock star.
Any news from the Normandy?
Oh, you know, maintenance stuff. It's hard knowing a bunch of strangers or poking around in my ship. I mean, your ship.
And it's not easy to hand the ship over to somebody else.
I just don't want anybody touching her but me. That sounded a little weird.
Not from you.
Ouch. So, Commander, your email said it was important. What's up?
My email. I'm here because I got a message from you.
The hell? I didn't send anything.
Commander! Excuse me. Sorry. Line's business. Commander, this is urgent!
Come on, we haven't even gotten the appetizers yet.
Commander Shepard, I'm Staff Analyst Maya Brooks. Alliance. Excuse me. Alliance Intelligence. There are people trying to kill you.
Yeah, I think she's aware of that.
No, I don't mean Cerberus and the Reapers. I mean other people. New people. It's... Someone is hacking your account. Comm channels, personal records. They're targeting you specifically.
Big mistake.
Oh man, there's the angry face.
From the top. What do you know?
Excuse me, you don't have a reservation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's performance is brought to you by random acts of violence.
Get down!
Man, I love show business. Spread out, boys. Find me Shepard.
Stay there! I'm coming! Joker!
Ow, my pancreas.
Hey! Damn it!
Got one, sir.
Find the crew. I'm going after her.
Find the crew, got it.
Hey.
You used me as bait?
Go!
You used me as bait! Did you see that? Save you in the Citadel, you that little bullets guy in.
Brooks! Hang on! good. Brooks, you got hit.
I know! I used Medigel. A lot of it. All of it, actually. And now everything is a little bit bouncy.
I think you used too much.
So, can I help with anything?
Alert CSEC. I'll look for a way out. Brooks, I see some sky cars across the gap. Maybe a landing pad.
I'm checking the area. Transportation, no. Food, no. Laundry. Ah! It's a sky car lot. Cision Motors.
Get a shuttle over there. I'll find a way across.
Okay, right. So, it turns out CSEC has the whole area locked down. It's gonna be a tiny bit tricky to get you a shuttle.
Keep at it, Brooks.
Oh, also, stay off your comm. Well, except for me. It's hacked. That's probably how they found you.
Who are these guys?
I don't know. But they really don't seem to like you.
Yeah, I'm sensing that.
Security alert. CSAC has restricted all travel within this area. Advance team screwed up. Shuttle was unarmed. Man, those guys are idiots. Gotta be here somewhere.
Injuries have been reported in the lower wards. More on this story as it develops.
Shepard, can you hear me? Are you alright?
I'm fine. Might need a little backup.
Thank the goddess. Joker explained what happened. I'm on foot, but should reach you soon.
Excuse me, who is this? You're on an unsecured channel, and you're putting Commander Shepard in danger.
In danger? Who is this?
Hang on. Joker mentioned staff analyst Brooks, yes? That's her. Everybody play nice.
Garrett's here. Heard you're in trouble. Everybody's heading your way.
Good to hear. Things are a little dicey.
Wouldn't have it any other way. CSAC has issued a complete lockdown in the lower wards in response to an attack by an unidentified organization. No details are yet known as to what this alleged.
Brooks, found a way across. It's locked down.
Right, because of the, lockdown. Can you get through?
I'll try to override it.
CSAC authorization required. Confirming Spectre authorization. Spectre access accepted.
Damn it!
Shepard, what are you doing? I heard that from here.
Under control.
Is that some kind of alarm? What's going on?
Thought I'd make things more interesting.
Of course you did.
Shepard, Brooks sent me the nav point for the sky car lot. I'll meet you there.
Good.
What do we know about these mercenaries?
They have guns and don't like me.
That's not helpful.
Commander, it would really be great if you could stay off the comm.
Hey, they called me.
having a bad day, Shepard?
You could say that.
Landing pad is over there, but it's behind a locked gate.
Let's look for a control panel.
I like your outfit. Control panel, right. I heard you fell through a fish tank.
We'll talk about it later.
A shame. I quite liked that restaurant.
We'll talk about it later. Stand back.
One moment. Hello. Could you please open the gate? Thank you.
Please leave.
Well, I could have done that.
It's done.
James, get down here.
On my way.
You okay?
You see that shit?
Sure did, Lieutenant.
Commander, you got a plan to get out of here?
James, I'm a professional.
That's not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander!
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
On my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
It's on vacation, Shepard.
Commander, did C-Sec find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
Little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on.
It's gonna be a threat.
Understood.
Approaching your position, Commander. Just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi. Get to the shuttle.
Okay, what the hell's going on, Commander?
Who were those mercenaries? They were heavily armed and using C-Sec shuttles.
I don't know. I've never seen them before.
I can't believe you survived all that. They had guns, and grenades, and those drone things.
Brooks, gunfire means something serious is going on. Can you keep it together long enough for us to figure this out?
They said the Medigel might make me jumpy. Also, the fact that I work a desk job and have never been shot before.
How did you get mixed up in this?
I monitored data for Alliance intel to prevent fraud and hacking of officer IDs. Like, someone using an Admiral's pass to get into a nightclub on the Citadel when that Admiral is fighting on Chichanka. I wrote a tracking program. It's really neat. I named it Mr. Biscuits, after my cat.
Brooks.
Right, sorry. Anyway, my program detected a breach in your classified files. Soon, everything we had on you was compromised. Personnel files, mission reports, everything.
Since when does hacking personnel records involve heavy weapon fire?
Think of what criminals could do if they had Shepard's military access codes. Or Spectre codes, even.
That explains wanting you dead, Commander. Nothing to stop them until the damage is done.
Guess we're back on the clock.
We'll find a quiet evening. Just the two of us, when this is done.
Okay, ideas on where to start with these guys?
Maybe. That pistol you picked up.
Looks fancy, but I've never seen the type before.
Nor have I. Let me see if I can dig something up.
Well, you can try, but I should warn you, I haven't found anything yet, and I've been digging pretty deep.
I'm sure you have. Glyph.
Collating relevant intel for review, Dr. Tassoni.
Thanks.
Alright, the doc is on the case. What about the rest of the crew?
Yeah, what about those slackers?
Joker, you've been busy.
I found some folks who actually like being shot at.
Permission to come aboard, Shepard.
Okay, later, when this is over and everything is settled, we are gonna talk about this bait thing.
Back during my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner. And then, you broke their floor.
Do they even have food you can eat there?
Not the point, Shepard.
Glad Liara's on this. If anybody can sift through a mountain of boring stuff to find that one critical clue, it's her.
The restaurant attack has made the news. Civilian casualties seem to have been restricted to fish.
Hey, so how about that part where I rescued you from certain death, huh? Maybe a surveillance camera caught it. Anyway, Brooks is kinda cute. Wonder if she's on the market.
I'm glad you made it out of that ambush okay. None of us saw that coming. But lesson learned. Never have dinner with Joker. It won't end well.
A few months ago, I had a chance...
Shepard, I've found something. We can gather the team whenever you're ready.
Commander, in my cycle, when we fled combat by falling through tanks containing aquatic animals, we usually... Oh, right. We never did. You are a trailblazer.
So, what was it, Shepard? 5 minutes before someone started shooting at you? On the other hand, we get this cool secret hideout to hang out in. Unless the bad guys look in the window.
I'm gonna have to write a report about getting shot. I hear those are really complicated.
It's faster if you make a template.
I think maybe you get shot too much.
I've made some progress. Would you like me to call the meeting?
Do it.
We have a lead. I called in some favors to run a trace on the gun. It led me to a casino owner named Elijah Khan. He's been suspected of using his profits to smuggle weapons onto the Citadel. Immediately after the attempt on Shepard's life, Khan made an interesting call.
I'm cutting you off. I'm returning your down payment now. What's the problem? Turn on a vid screen. When I sell a gun, I don't want it showing up on the nightly news.
You won't be linked to me.
Save it. Our association is terminated. And if you even think of coming after me, I've got info on you ready for prime time. So you ponder that. Khan out.
So that's our identity thief.
Looks like he's got an ID disguiser. Those things are a pain in the ass to get around.
Did you get anything on the mercenaries who attacked us?
They're a private military corporation called Cat-6. As most of you know, Cat-6 is an Alliance nickname for dishonorable discharges. Many have criminal records, histories of steroid abuse, and other charming features. No doubt hired by the thief, not by Khan.
That phone call was pretty damning stuff. How'd you get it?
It involved the weapon's biometric data, Solarian intelligence, and a Hanar prostitute with camera implants.
Seriously?
No, but the truth is boring.
Whoever that voice was, Khan's nervous enough to cut them loose. We can squeeze Khan until a contact drops out.
Easier said than done. He has a panic room inside the casino, a good place to hole up. EDI can give us programs to hack the door, but the cameras and guards complicate things.
Yeah. Khan could disappear, or worse. If his guards ever open fire, normal people could get hit. Like I did.
She's right. We can't risk spooking him. We go in quiet. Small team, no gunplay.
Dr. T'Soni, this evening the casino will be hosting a charity event to assist war refugees.
Purchase some tickets, Glyph. Then call up a layout of the building.
Score! So, how close can you get? You don't usually put a back door in a panic room.
This air shaft bypasses the security gate and ends up in storage. From there, the panic room's door camera can be disabled.
Too convenient. There's gonna be alarms all over that shaft.
I believe I have some countermeasures that may help. I'll know more once we're inside.
Who will go in this shaft? They need to be small in size.
I suspect my suit's built-in tech would be picked up by security sensors.
My presence in the casino would arouse suspicion. Mechs are not allowed, since they can have cheating software.
What you need is somebody trained in zero emissions tech. No electronics, no metal, just undetectable polymers. We had a course back at Op-Int, disabling a bomb with these little tweezers. See, the bomb was filled with shaving cream.
All right, you're in.
What? No! What?
You said it yourself. We've all got too much tech.
But I managed to get shot just coming to talk to you. Now I'm supposed to hack my way into a safe room?
That's the plan, Brooks. Get whatever you need and be ready.
If that's settled, it looks like there's one last hurdle to get us inside.
Which is?
Black tie required. Shepard looking just about perfect.
What, my face isn't perfect?
Wouldn't change it for the world. Or, as the case may be, the galaxy.
Plus, everyone will be so busy looking at you, I can just, do what I do. Right? I'll get to the ventilation shaft. Wish me luck.
Liara, you have any input?
Khan has a lot of surveillance set up. I'd mingle with the guests if you want to look normal.
Okay, Liara. Time to meet the riffraff.
What do you have?
Nothing too crazy. I want to be able to walk a straight line.
Cassian Temple coming up.
Are Asari drinks usually mild?
Not all of them. Mr. Khan had us put out some gelatin shots earlier. Also Asari. They kick like a shotgun.
Why, hello, love. Isn't the turnout amazing? I wasn't sure anyone would show up.
We pull together when we have to.
I feel so bad for the humans. If you need a place to stay or anything, you just let me know.
I have a place to stay now, but thanks.
So you had nothing before that? Oh, how brave of you to endure, dear.
The humans are so resilient. Like that phrase of theirs, stiff one in the lips?
Stiff upper lip.
Right, of course. What did I say?
Commander, I'm upstairs by the grate leading to the shaft, but there's a problem. Can you meet me? Okay, right. Just like we thought. There's an alarm on the grate. We'll have to bypass it.
Use this. It's a resonance emitter lens. It should let you see security grids and wiring.
Good. I'll follow the wiring to a junction box, splice it, and disable the alarm.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
The lens is working.
Good. Follow the blue wiring. In case it needs to be set, don't try to bypass a camera while you're being watched.
I see a junction in the wall, but there's a camera watching it.
Shepard, I'm sending a hack to your Omni tool. It will fool the camera, but it'll self-delete after a few seconds.
Got it. The splice is in.
Good. I've got the grate open, and in we go. Act casual. This could take a while.
Evening.
What's popular tonight?
Well, some adventurous souls are trying to mind fish. It's what Hanar like to do instead of alcohol.
Huh. I guess since they're mostly water, the dehydration would be bad.
Right. So there's this fish with hallucinogenic skin oil. Gets Hanar buzzed right up.
What happens if humans eat it?
Way more potent. And it releases into our system slowly. Best to clear your schedule for the entire weekend.
You know, I respect...
Enjoying the party?
Young people party. I drink. Tonight it's ring call on the rocks.
That stuff can put you down for the count.
I just lost a staggering amount of income. This puts things in perspective.
You need a few credits for a ride home or anything?
Oh no, it's not like that. You know about all those Helium-3 facilities that are getting wiped out?
I've flown by a few.
Well, to put it in layman's terms, most of those facilities were mine.
Excuse me. I think I saw someone doing drugs in the ladies' room.
I see. Were you able to identify the substance used?
Red sand.
Dispatch, we've got a sand tripper in the bathrooms.
Have they tried to compromise the games bionically?
Unknown at this time. Moving to confront. Send backup. We're taking care of it, ma'am. Appreciate the help. You have a good night now.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
And I'll get back to blending in. Slow and steady. We'll get to Khan.
No, seriously. Have you ever tried to chase an ambulance? In a sky car, it's about the most dangerous thing you can do.
Round and round and round she goes.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that like for helpers I am?
Commander Shepard. Sha'ira. It's been a long time.
My idea of a long time is different than yours, Commander.
What can I say? I put a lot of living into the last few years.
Indeed.
Do you have any advice for me this time?
When?
I heard your advice is so good it's psychic. So what's gonna happen in 2 minutes?
Disappointment.
Talk to me, Brooks.
I've got a pressure pad and an obstruction detector ahead. I can't disable them from here.
Okay. Edie, I need a tech solution. Brooks, stay put. We'll find some junctions and take down the sensors.
Okay.
I'm at a junction. There's a camera and a guard.
I'll just be here. Try not to cough.
I can distract him. Tell me when. I saw a pickpocket working the crowd upstairs.
Just a second, ma'am. I'll contact the surveillance desk. Point him out to me.
Brooks, try it now.
Checking the pressure pad. No alarms. Looks good.
Follow the red wiring.
There's a junction by the roulette wheels, but it's in plain view of 2 guards.
But you can do something, right? Because my legs are maybe sort of starting to fall asleep a little.
Hang in there. We've got this.
I bring greetings from the consort Sha'ira. She instructed me to schedule a session.
Suspicious activity. My floor.
A guard spotted me.
If you act normal...
I love roulette. Every minute is more exciting than the next.
Should I point out the flaw in that statement?
Oh, are you like one of those detail people? Come on, even diamonds have flaws, but that doesn't make them less valuable.
Miss, where exactly were you educated?
Oh, online. You can take these courses and it teaches.
I can distract him. Tell me when. You look hungry. They have vat-grown swordfish in the restaurant. Shall I save you a bite?
I'm at the storage room, great. Time to hit the lock.
Be careful, Brooks. Brooks?
Hey, Commander.
What? What happened?
Infrared laser hooked up to a silent alarm. I didn't get it in time. Shepard, I'll call the responding guard to say it was a false alarm, but you must stall him before he reaches Brooks.
Hey!
Just calm down. I'm trying to do 3 different things here. Barrows?
Sir, we checked out the alarm in storage. It's nothing. Minor accident.
Find out who tripped it and get them in my office by end of shift. Now you. What'd you need?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a security? I thought you were a friend of mine. You got the same suit.
You... Enjoy your evening.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
So push my tour of the camp from 1 o'clock to 3. Move from 3 to 5, and we'll find...
So, to sum up, tomorrow starts with the Help a Dream Foundation, then it's blood drive, refugee camp, and hospital tour.
Sounds like you turned pro.
I try.
Ms. Rios believes we have an obligation to the less fortunate.
Of course. So how are you liking the party so far?
There's a party?
Hi, Elspeth Moraine. I'm running for Zakara Ward City Council. Are you a citizen here?
I've had bad experiences with politicians.
Who hasn't? That's why I'm running. I got sick of leaders with ties to terra firma or Cerberus or worse.
Oh?
The ward needs refugee facilities. It needs security, it needs jobs, it needs everything. And hopefully, with a friend like Elijah Khan backing me, I can make it happen.
I'll call you back. Potential client here.
Enjoying the party?
Like adrenaline in my heart. They're gonna have a fire breather on the bar later and shoot fireworks above the ward.
Would fireworks even burn in a vacuum?
It worked at New Year's. Whatever they did, it looked freaking nuclear.
Okay, so now I think you just need to get to me. I'm on the other side of the security gate.
Right. Have you bypassed the camera back there?
Well, I got my side. Yours is still on, though. We need to finish this before someone comes by. I can't get the security gate to open from here. The junction must be on your side. It might be tricky, just so you know.
Have a little faith.
I can distract him. Tell me when. Those cufflinks. Is that design inspired by late-period Inusanan artwork? The attention to detail is remarkable.
I guess. They were a gift. Are they valuable? You have a good night, now.
Khan, you and me are gonna have a talk.
What the hell?
I see this conversation will be strictly one-sided.
Commander, there's a deletion order on the terminal. Damn it! Everything's been wiped. I don't know if it was him or the killer or... When I tripped that alarm, did I screw this up? What are you looking for? Mistakes. Thought so. Whoever it was had to do this fast. They wiped the terminal, but not the comm. Oh, so we can take the comm back to the safe house to scan it, or...
Elijah, come crawling back.
Guess again.
You. I see you've recovered from flopping on the floor like a fish.
Name a time and a place. Or you could hide behind voice disguisers for the rest of your life.
You're trying to rattle me so I slip up. You have nothing. All you can do is wait for the hammer to fall.
Bring a bigger hammer. Your last try was inadequate.
I'm gonna take everything you have and everything you are.
Damn it. Sorry, Commander. There wasn't enough time to trace the call. We're not finished. Pull out the data drives. The ones that got wiped? You think we can find something? With Edie, anything's possible. The sooner we get them to her, the sooner we can track down this threat.
Thank you, Shepard. That was fun. Well, not so much for the host.
It wasn't a total loss. Brooks, work with Edie to see if there's anything useful on those drives.
Here's hoping. I'll let you know what we find, Commander.
Damn, Commander. You can't even attend a party without someone ending up dead. Now, if I can just find
I could go for some food while we wait. Too bad you shot the hell out of the best sushi place in the Citadel, huh?
I look pretty damn good in a fancy dress, Commander. I'm gonna need an occasion to wear it.
I'll see what I can do.
I hope Brooks and Edie can find something on the drive.
Same here.
A glamorous mission, but not our most successful. The next time we have a date, perhaps we should just stay in.
Greetings, Commander. The casino will be hosting another gala in a few months. Shall I arrange for tickets?
Once was enough.
Any life or death encounters with fish aquariums this time? No? Too bad. I can hear Vega's stomach rumbling from here.
Commander, instead of infiltrating the casino using a disguise, it would have been better to hold up the primitives hostage, threaten them with death, and shoot them until they gave you what you wanted. Next time, I will gladly assist.
I think we've got something, Commander.
I am glad to see my physical proximity was not necessary to the success of the mission, Shepard.
Let's see what you find before we call it a win.
Commander, Edie and I have been analyzing those drives. I think we found something if you're ready.
Let's hear it.
Though the data's root structure was erased, the logic integrity remains viable.
Edie has an incredible talent for this stuff. I know she's an AI, but even still. We found an encrypted communication from a few days ago. Just need another minute to crack it.
A whole minute? Edie here could shave that down to 5 seconds.
I thought it best to allow Staff Analyst Brooks a chance to improve her decryption skills.
And now you've lost your chance to show off.
Like she needs it. You're the crew of the Normandy. You're legends to the rest of the Alliance.
Legends can be good or bad. Which are we?
You're the kind that people look up to. The kind they owe their lives to.
You wouldn't know it from all the bullets flying at us.
I think more of them are flying at me. You know, kill the badass first and the fight gets easy.
And the camaraderie, the friendship. I think that's your secret weapon.
It's all just part of the job.
Wait. Job? You mean the rest of you are getting paid for this?
Here we go. Wow. Those mercs who were after you, they bought a lot of weapons. Like, big ones.
Max? What do they need that kind of firepower for?
It appears this drone is preparing to rebel.
I have just monitored the Commander's Spectre access code in use at the Citadel archives.
Punch it up. The archives are going into emergency lockdown. Whoever's hacking your records is there right now.
What do we know about the place?
Council keeps sensitive historical information there. Real hush-hush. Even my old CSEC clearance never got me in.
Then we'll find our own way in. Gear up and let's... What's with the Volus?
Oh, pizza delivery guy. I got the munchies.
Double pepperoni.
These archives are huge. You'll have a lot of ground to cover. Shame you can't bring everyone.
Who says we can't? All hands on deck for this one.
Hell yeah. But, who gets to take point with you?
Who's going to pay the bill?
What's the best way into the archives? The facility is located below the wards. Maybe a direct breach for maximum surprise?
I like it. Sounds like you're learning the ropes.
Hell, hang out with us long enough and you'll learn ropes, knives, bombs, thresher maws.
You forgot homicidal synthetics rebelling against their masters.
That was a joke, right?
The archives is somewhere below us. It could be pretty tricky to get in there.
Not really.
I take it the subtle approach is out.
This again.
It's an ambush! Scatter and take cover!
30 seconds before the military roll. Gonna be a new record.
That's enough! Drop your weapons or this won't end well for her.
You bitch.
All right. Whatever you think you're getting away with. There's nowhere you can run, nowhere you can hide where we can't find you. Hide? Why? I'm Commander Shepard. I never hide.
That's unexpected.
Who are you? You weren't the only Shepard that Cerberus brought back to life. But at least one of us will finally do something with it. I don't care who you claim to be. You're not me. I'm exactly you. I was made for spare parts in case you needed another lung or a heart.
A clone?
Did the elusive man send you? No. He abandoned me when he had what he wanted. You.
Then why are you trying to kill us?
Because I don't have her memories. I'd never fool my supposed friends. The ones who abandoned their duty to join the cult of Shepard. Like you, Lieutenant Commander Williams. I would have picked the other one on Vermeer. Caden, something.
You're just a pale imitation of the real thing.
I'm the real thing. Perfected. I'm you without the wear and tear, Shepard. The doubts, the failures. I'm the lone wolf you were always meant to be. Without the emotional baggage holding me back.
No one will ever believe you're Shepard.
They will when I'm flying her ship. This is Shepard. Initiate Normandy lockdown. Transmitting command codes now. Good idea. Too bad the signal was blocked. Trainer, this is Shepard. Prep the Normandy for emergency departure. We're leaving. I'm sending the command codes now.
Acknowledged. We'll get underway.
Never thought I'd say it, but I'm looking forward to killing myself. I guess ominous threats of violence run in our DNA, but mine is more than a threat. Execute them. The cult of Shepard ends today. moving into the archives. Stay in your groups. Team Mako, you're on point.
Right. What's a Mako?
Something we could use right about now.
Team Hammerhead, cover the flank.
Got it. And the Mako's got nothing on the Hammerhead.
Welcome to the Citadel Archives. All visitors must obtain council permission to enter. Access to the research alcove is limited to regular business hours. Please see an archivist for assistance.
Wow. Big place.
I'm curious what your clone is looking for in here. Shepard?
At this point, anything's possible.
Such as discovering you have a clone?
I don't want to talk about it.
Of course. At least not till we've all had a drink.
How will we find anything in this place?
Glyph?
Yes, Commander.
Track the target. Give me updates on its location.
What is the nature of the target?
She looks like me.
Then I have found the target.
No, Glyph. It's another me. Now get going.
At once, Commander.
Take her down! I need more time to find the vault! Shepard, step onto that platform, and we can lower you from here. Now, if you get into the vault, we can move you across.
T-91. Look at this. It says this gun was part of the First Contact War, year 2157.
Humans fighting Turians. My grandfather was part of the war.
Commander, the other you is searching for something 200 meters ahead.
Got it.
Fighting your own clone is pretty crazy, even by our standards.
But useful. If there is a task you don't wish to do, Commander, let them handle it.
Oh, like a personal butler?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yes, so let your clone do it.
Here, Commander. We'll attack from this. Maybe we can clear back. Moving ahead. Dagger Squad, I need more time to reach the vault. Keep Shepard off my back or I'll have your head.
On our way.
Eliminate them. I need more time.
Go! I'll cover you! Move! Hey, we're on a ladder here, jerks! This is Shepard! We need to...
I don't know. Are you sure you got them all?
The other me can't be far. Keep up the pressure and we'll try to surround her. Let's move.
Year 2157 CE. First Contact War. Turian interrogation. Vault T-91.
Sir, we captured this human in the occupation of Shang-Chi.
You're the first I've met.
And you're the first bird I've met.
He was armed with this weapon, sir.
How primitive. Your kind expects to win a war with this.
A bullet is a bullet.
Imagine the history in this place. It must stretch back thousands of years.
I just wonder what the other me is looking for in here.
Year 700 CE. Krogan rebellions. Attack on Council. Vault K-306. This is the only visual record of Krogan Overlord Krennic's attack on Council. Audio follows.
I've heard enough. If the Krogan hadn't taken on the Rachni, you would all be at their mercy. You won't give us what we deserve, and so you force us to take it. We will never leave the planet of Lucia, no matter how much the Asari cry.
Ambassador Krennic, you only weaken your case with this show of violence.
Wrong, Solarian. Now our case is finally strong. Negotiations are over.
Keep pushing ahead.
On it.
Take that!
Year 2183 CE. Battle of the Citadel. Get the Dreadnought attack. Year 2183 CE. Battle of the Citadel. Get the Dreadnought attack. Next one.
Attention, low-level mercenary wannabes. Say please. Simply send your surrender. And I thought Vega only lied to poker. The Prothean, on the other hand, makes no such promises.
I believe we can benefit from a mutual exchange of data. Additionally, the term floating butler does not encompass... Commander, I have cataloged 18 previously unknown historical events.
Where's the target glyph?
She is searching for a secret vault. She did not wish to be disturbed.
What?
I thought she was you.
Go find her again.
Sorry, Glyph's not a combat model.
Stupid machine.
I do enjoy watching mechs explode.
Commander, a large contingent of soldiers calling themselves Razor Squad is just ahead. They wish to inflict bodily harm on you. Also, I discovered an Elcor mating totem in Vault 347B. Fascinating. Commander, the other you wishes to pass on a message.
Shepard, save yourself the trouble. Once I have what I came here for, you won't matter anymore. Now go, drone. Deliver it.
Year 710 CE. Krogan genophage. Deployment. Vault T-101.
We have our orders. Release of the genophage against the Krogan has been authorized.
Not by my government.
Your government invented it. What good is a weapon if you don't use it? Sergeant Tavis, restrain him.
Are we sure of our orders, sir? This is genocide.
Sergeant Hout, restrain them both. I'll press the button myself. One day, Solarian.
Year 693 CE. First Spectre. Belo Gilja recruitment.
It appears the other commander has a bad temper. Collateral damage does not concern him.
Next person who says that is fired.
Intruders have been detected. Please locate the nearest emergency exit.
Team Hammerhead, we're headed to the next level. What's your location? Hammerhead, do you copy?
There's Team Mako.
We'll try to clear a path, Commander. Hammerhead's gone ahead.
In BCE. First Citadel landing.
Clear.
Attention all personnel. Emergency lockdown initiated.
Team Mako, we're coming up behind. What's your status? We're under! Mako, where are you?
Year 2183 CE. First human Spectre deliberations. Vault SH-1.
Commander Shepard's recent accomplishments are not in question. It's her background that the Council has no knowledge of.
Shepard was born to a career military family, growing up on various Alliance postings until enlisting at the age of 18.
Anything from Shepard's military record that you'd like to call out?
Commander, do you copy?
What's your status?
The other U is jamming our radios. Hammerhead and Mako are trying to get ahead and cut her off. But I've been hit and need help. Please, hurry.
Biometric identification required. Spectre access is authorized.
That can't be good.
Brooks, the vault sealed us in.
Is there an override?
Not seeing one.
Cortez! Brooks! Do you read me? Is anyone on this frequency? The short answer is no. They're not. The longer answer involves your friends trapped in Iridium vaults and forgotten for... well, forever. Others know about this. About you. The Alliance will stop you. What do you think, Staff Analyst Brooks? Will the Alliance stop us?
I wouldn't know. I don't actually work for them.
The second I get out of here, I'm gonna take your head and mount it in the Normandy CIC. Then I'm gonna mount her head next to yours. Then I'm gonna take both your heads and space them out the airlock.
Sign me up for that.
That sounds very dramatic. And if someone like, say, Commander Shepard made the threat, I'd be worried. But you're not Shepard. Not anymore.
You had Miranda, I have her. Mine has more bite.
It was fun while it lasted.
What are you doing? Setting things right. Remember this?
You were the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Except somewhere along the way you forgot about your entire species. You've saved more alien lives than you have human. And all I've seen you do is end lives. You're gonna make a lousy me. You know the one thing they can't duplicate? Our handprint. Life gives it its shape, not DNA. Which is a problem. Computer, update Council records. Subject, Shepard, human Spectre.
Accessing record. Please input new data. Biometric identifier updated. Good day, Commander Shepard.
Now, if you'll excuse me, the Normandy needs its captain. So, I should go.
Farewell, Commander. I guess this is where legends go to die.
That went well.
She said I should go. Do I sound like that?
I think it was one of the first things you ever said to me.
Maybe we should be worrying about the impregnable vault we've been sealed inside forever?
I'm more confident than she is. More in control. With me, it's more like, that's all for now.
You're the commander. You end the conversation on your own terms.
Probably not a lot of air in here either. An hour tops.
Sometimes I'll talk to you later. Because, you know what, I never do. Leave them wanting more.
Shepard, we're in kind of a situation here.
Oh, Glyph, you still out there?
Yes, Commander.
Unlock this damn thing and go find the others. No one steals my ship. Not even me.
I've got room for Shepard +2, and figure it out fast because the other Shepard is stealing my ship.
What?
Oh, I was hoping to go.
Yeah, I never seem to get picked.
Joker will come back for you, I promise.
This is why I hate shore leave. I swear you parked the ship for 5 minutes.
Can you contact Citadel Flight Control and get them to deny the departure request?
Tried. All the comm lines in the area are jammed. Probably to make it easier for them to steal my ship.
We'll stop them.
Shepard, your clone has entered the ship and is attempting to...
EDI?
I'm okay.
Really?
The clone has disabled my control of the Normandy, as well as all sensory input. I cannot lock her out or counteract her commands.
You still fit for duty?
I am experiencing a significant feedback loop in my head, and an increased desire to kill your clone.
Get in line.
Well, whatever you do, hurry. If the Normandy gets to FTL, we may never see her again.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay, Citadel systems are targeting the car. Any closer and they open fire.
Get back and pick up the others ASAP.
Right, they can't have gotten far. Unless they called a cab or something.
Guards ahead.
Take off, there's a half-hour pre-flight checks. They just gun the engine and go? Most of those checks are actually unnecessary. Thanks for letting me know. We should hurry. I didn't come this far just to watch the Normandy leave.
And I don't even... Wait. What? You were just on the Normandy. You fired me. Dishonorable discharge for conduct unbecoming. You kicked me off the ship with barely enough time to grab my toothbrush.
I can't fire you without a disciplinary hearing trainer. And really? The first thing you grab is your toothbrush?
It's a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses Mass Effect fields to break up plaque. And someone just threw me off the ship. If it wasn't you...
Cerberus cloned Shepard.
I can explain more later. For now... It's sealed.
Engines are online. They are preparing to take off.
Is there anyone still aboard who can help us?
No. I was only there because I helped with the Normandy retrofits back on Earth. Everyone else is on shore leave.
I need another way onto the ship, and I need it fast.
There's an emergency exit hatch for evacuations. It should be right... here.
Manual lock, and it's only meant to be opened from the other side. Any ideas?
Triggering it would require extremely precise Mass Effect field manipulation.
If you'd told me this morning that a toothbrush was gonna save the Normandy, I'd have been very skeptical.
hatches.
Her. Where?
Unknown. When we shut down the AI, we disabled a lot of security systems. Shepard could be anywhere on the ship.
Shepard is standing right in front of you. Are we clear?
It's better this way. Wouldn't you rather take her down yourself?
Armory! Find her! Slow her down.
Pretty sure we broke Trainer's toothbrush getting the hatch open. Remind me to reimburse her for that.
Shepard?
Later. Remind me later. I'm not really fond of tight spaces. Didn't you spend decades in dig sites? And then I got trapped in a Prothean bubble. I don't recommend it.
Alright, get a patrol going. Find Shepard. The real one. Hey, what you mean by slow her down? We're allowed to kill Shepard if we have to, right? She said slow her down because she thinks we're cannon fodder. Oh, well, shit. Watch out!
I hope we don't hit anything important.
Shoot now, worry later.
You're dead.
Moving through the Normandy without sensory access or control. I feel blind.
We'll have you connected again soon, Edie.
Thank you.
Let's get to the cargo bay. Please send this to an animal shelter for proper disposal, as a warship is not an appropriate... Oh, that is not okay. She messed with my hamster, guys. Now it's personal. Guys, were you gonna say something, or... No, I get it. Hard to even find the words. Should we check on my fish? Because if she's getting rid of all the pets... We should probably deal with her first, huh? All right. Sit tight, little guy. Anybody gives you trouble, go for the eyes.
These people are showing disrespect to my home, my body. It is unacceptable.
It must be hard.
I intend to kill Shepard's clone, Agent Brooks, and anyone else in my way.
Yes, like I said, hard.
Unacceptable. You want to stop shooting up my ship? It's not your ship. It will be. I've taken your name, your Spectre rank, even your fingerprints. And then you left me to die. Only I didn't. You think fake fingerprints are gonna fool the Council? Or Hackett? How's that big plan looking now? Hatchet squad to the shuttle bay.
These bats trying to get their attention. Bait. Plan B stands for bait.
That makes us a perfect target. No, that makes us the bait. Do you want me to drive? No.
Damn it. Launch the shuttle and blow that thing out of the sky!
Careful! The door is still unsecured!
Look at you. What makes you so damn special? Why you and not me? Hang on! We've got you. Thanks.
And the clone?
You. Get off my ship.
Fortunately, they weren't here long enough to do much real damage. Although I may need some help from James cleaning up the damage to the shuttle bay. Plus, they overloaded the heat diffusion system firing at us. Not sure if you noticed, but Shuttle Guy here did some crazy stunt flying to keep us in one piece. It's nice to fly something a little more maneuverable than the Kodiak.
How about you, Edie?
I am once again in control of the Normandy. Thank you for asking.
Glad to hear it. What about the mercs? Any survivors?
Just one crappy-ass pilot and her. Alliance has taken her to a high-security facility. Maybe she can give him some dirt on Cerberus.
I'll be more than happy to cooperate with the authorities.
Until you escape.
Me? Escape? But I'm not a field agent.
stop. Just stop. You betrayed me and the Alliance in the middle of a war. I was young and naive. Admit it, Commander. You'll miss me. Not at this range, I won't.
Maintenance to the shuttle bay? The rest of the squad's waiting outside. We'll have the Normandy back in shape in no time.
Appreciate it. Is shore leave always like this? Come on, maybe we can take some actual time off. No explosions or anything. Just us.
Absolutely.
So, after a hard day spent fighting an evil clone, you know what comes next.
A nap?
Please. We partied down.
Party, huh?
Well, no pressure. No one's gonna make you throw a party.
I need to unwind. Check out the strip. I'll think on it.
Just in case, please allow me to provide you with credits for the purchase of any party supplies, Commander.
Okay, Edie and Cortez and Traynor are in. What?
I have also informed Dr. Tazzoni about any potential upcoming celebrations.
Wait, I am in charge of the guest list.
Yeah, so there's no uninvite button on this thing?
Alright, but if and when I decide to have a party, I invite the rest.
Cortez just invited James. So...
No promises.
I'm gonna go out and see how much trouble I can get into without snapping a femur.
Members of your crew have expressed interest in spending time with you, Commander. You can check your private terminal for messages. If you require activities, Silver Sun Strip has an arcade in addition to the casino. You have also been granted a complimentary pass to the combat simulator.
Thanks, Cliff. Guess I should take advantage of some shore leave myself.
Greetings, Commander.
Shepard.
I didn't know you could play.
Actually, this is the only song I know.
Why is that?
There was always something more important to do. A ruin to uncover, intel to gather, a commander to save.
Ha! You couldn't sit still long enough.
Could you?
It's a good song.
Thank you, Shepard. I've always loved that song. Shepard, What are you doing?
Making sure you don't run off to something more important.
I can't imagine what that would be.
We should do this more often.
Yes, well, maybe after.
Every day after.
Shepard. This place is nice.
Shall I transfer over your reports so that you might work here?
Yes, thank you, Glyph.
Officer, someone requested my presence concerning an incident with a Krogan.
Right this way, Commander.
So, Grunt, anything you want to tell me about?
This clown wants to take me to lockup. Figured I'd give you a call, straighten this out.
Commander Shepard, I apologize for the intrusion. This Krogan insisted we contact you.
It's okay. I vouch for him. I'll sign any paperwork you have, officer.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
I don't know. Drank a bit, left the hospital, broke a few windows.
I understand you getting out of there. Can't stand hospitals either.
Yeah, full of sick people.
Right. Tell me about the windows.
A couple of squad mates broke me out for my birthday. Tried lowering me down the side of the building on a rope. It didn't work out.
It's your birthday?
No, I'm tank bred, remember? Anyway, we got some pictures on the Krogan Memorial.
In the Presidium?
Yeah, when CSEC got there, they were mad. Or maybe they were mad about their car being on fire. Can't remember.
Why was it on fire?
I threw my bottle of Ringcall at it. Pretty strong stuff. It went up like a bonfire. The CSEC guys jumped out. Then I figured they didn't want it, so I took it. We didn't get very far before they shut us down. Sprayed us down with riot foam. Didn't work so well on me.
And why's that?
'Cause I was on fire. You know, from the car. Come on, Shepard, keep up.
Right. Sorry. So how did they catch you?
Got hungry. Bought some noodles.
Let me handle this. Officer, this Krogan is part of a secret Spectre task force. Operation Fire Cobra Claw.
Operation Fire Cobra Claw?
That's right. I can take it from here. Send me the bill for any damages.
That's what you've been signing for, Commander. You're lucky, Krogan. Don't let me catch you up here again.
You won't. Thank you, officer. So, how were those noodles?
A little spicy.
I love you, Grunt. Enjoying your shore leave, Javik?
I have been asked to take part in a feat. I am told it is a great honor and will boost morale for the war.
Who says it will?
Commander Shepard, I didn't realize you were coming too. Perfect timing, perfect timing. You can play yourself. Attention, the Prothean is on set. Someone tell the stunt double he's been demoted. We have the real Shepard now. All right, places everyone. Quickly, quickly. Cue the backdrop. Roll cameras. And action.
Commander Shepard, thank you for coming. The urgent hour of doom, which we all urgently face, draws near. Urgently so. But there is hope. The Council understands you recently found a Prothean in a refrigerator and defrosted him.
So, are you guys just making this up, or what?
Of course not. A writer wrote it, so it must be true.
You die now!
Not yet! That line comes later.
The Vorcha Counselor will kindly refrain from further interruptions.
I believe I have been misinformed about the purpose of this vid.
Now then, O wise Prothean Elder, what wisdom of the ages can you share with us?
Salarian kidney is best served at room temperature. It is even better when the Solarian is still alive. The fear adds spice.
Prothean, no like you!
Did someone say Prothean? This one is familiar with enkindling. This one has enkindled multiple females across the galaxy.
Blasto! About time you showed up! The galaxy is under attack by Reapers! If only someone had warned us about them years ago!
This one tried. This one was ignored. This one's efforts fell on obstructed auditory senses.
And now we've asked Commander Shepard and his Prothean partner here to assist.
This one did not read that far into the script. This one does not share top billing.
Wait, what? But it's Blasto 7. Blasto goes to war? Think of the children.
In my cycle, your kind were nothing more than appetizers. Would you prefer to be boiled or fried?
Prothean, no like you!
This one has found his motivation. Very well. Commander Shepard and Prothean partner of undetermined ethnic origin. Welcome to the Spectre Club.
You know what, Blasto? I think you're just a big, stupid jellyfish. How did you become a Spectre?
I am not just a Spectre. I am an Ultra Spectre Elite 7000 Deluxe, now with less recoil and faster load time.
Where is the airlock so I may throw you out of it?
We don't have a prop for that. Cue the sound effects. Change the backdrop.
Look! It's Sovereign's half-brother, Sluggard! And he's looking for some payback.
Cue the stunt double! Your line. Say your line. Oh, you die now! Oh no! The Vorcha Counselor is indoctrinated!
This one is the hero of the Citadel. This one has an incendiary projectile with the Counselor's name on it. Vorcha scum. Prepare for death.
This one wishes he was still frozen in the refrigerator. May we go now, Commander?
Strike the set! Telcasting will need a new Vorcha. Prepare for Blasto 8. Blasto cures the genophage.
Hey, Shepard, over here. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. What's up?
Out for a little R&R. You?
Exactly. Same thing.
Hey, Jacob. I'm out of credits.
Who are they?
Their parents are MIA. Volunteered to take them on for the weekend, get their minds off things. What about us, Shepard? There's got to be a game of skill in there with our names on it.
Bring it on, Taylor. Let's see what you got. This is your game of skill?
Now, Shepard, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Really? Trash talk? At Shattered Ezo?
Hell yeah, my pride is on the line. Also, these kids look up to me, so I have to take you down.
You're gonna take me down? I don't think so.
Well, step up, Shepard. Although it might be tough not having your squad to carry you.
You're on.
No pressure, Shepard. These people already idolize you. So when you choke, it won't matter.
Hey, you're crowding me?
Am I? My bad. Stand back, everyone. Shepard needs extra room to make the magic happen.
Ready? Let's do this.
Glad none of your friends are here to see your humiliation.
Is that all you got?
Come on, come on, come on! Yes!
Is that all you got?
Check it out, Shepard. Feel that? That's the feeling of doom.
Never mind. I got this. Nice one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah! Wins! That was pitiful, Taylor. Just, well, incompetent, really.
You couldn't just let me win, just once? Come on, Shepard. Let's grab some food. I'm buying.
Brilliant ending. Excellent use of the Belarusian gambit. Is this... space chess?
It's called Kapesh Yakshi, Blade of the Night Winds. The Asari have played it since... we were supposed to meet for lunch. I'm so sorry. I entered the tournament on a lark. I thought I'd be eliminated in the first few rounds.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be free to join your friend in 20 moves or fewer.
To Caesar.
Trainer, would you like to just give me your frigates now? I always take them sooner or later.
Polgara to Sousa. She's knocked me out of 4 tournaments.
Specialist.
Commander?
Kick her ass.
Roger that.
So much for your frigate. Neural feedback. It disincentivizes sacrificing pieces casually. A few more centuries, Trainer, and you might be a challenge. You must not have that much time to practice now, living on that warship. My people have more respect for the great thinkers. I'm able to live quite comfortably teaching Asari maidens tactics and strategy through this game.
I'd expect the great thinkers to be helping with the Asari war effort. I mean, Earth was taken by surprise, but Thessia... you had all the warning in the world and the Reapers just rolled in.
Excuse me, I'm trying to play.
You're trash-talking. That's another strategy that doesn't work on the Reapers. It didn't work on the Rachni either. Or the Krogan. Have the Asari ever won a war?
The Asari have a culture that was exploring space while you were using stone-tipped spears.
I think you're supposed to hit the button there when your turn is done.
I'm sorry, T'Souza. This might sting a bit. Thanks, Commander. And I apologize again for missing lunch.
All for a good cause, Trainer. Carry on.
Shepard?
So what do Turians usually do with their time off?
Mostly we make plans for what to do when we're back at work. I have some ideas on the Normandy's forward cannon.
You know what you need, Garrus?
That Mark IV silencer scope I saw at the gun shop?
I was thinking a date. Excuse me, I saw you checking out my friend here. I thought you two should meet.
Hello?
Right. So, hello, and,
Remember, you're Archangel.
So, there were these mercs, raising hell on Omega. I had to take them down. Now I've got these scars.
I see. Maybe there's an ointment for that?
Invite her out.
What do you say we blow this joint? I've got this big gun back at my place I'd like to show you.
Yeah. Well, listen. I've got this thing I forgot I had to do, and I should probably just go do it.
Sorry. Let's start over again. What I've been trying to say is my name's Garrus, and I'd love to have a drink with you.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Williams. Thanks.
Here you are. Ready to see who's the real Spectre and who's the pretender?
Oh, pretender, huh? Which one of us is still wearing training wheels?
Laugh it up, Commander. It's all downhill from here. Rules are simple. I take a shot, you take a shot. Hesitate, game over.
This shouldn't take too long.
Uh-huh. Glamorous and beautiful superstar Spectre agent first. Sorry-ass pretender next.
I'll try and go easy on you so you don't break a nail, princess.
You did not just say that.
I sure did.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Ha. I've seen how you deal with a few drinks, Williams. Very messy.
Ancient history. You know, I expected better.
I'm saving my best moves for later.
Best moves? At least if you're drunk, you have an excuse for how you dance. Boom!
Keep it coming, Lieutenant. I can do this all night.
You may have to.
Is this over? I'm just warming up.
Good. Me too.
Hey, my friend doesn't like alliance types.
Buddy, we're right in the middle of something.
I don't like alliance types either.
Brain check?
Yeah.
Fennec, hit the comms. Tiana, distract the bouncer. Urch, you take the vault. Avoid the thermal sensors. They trigger the lockdown. You'll hit motion sensors, and that'll alert security. Verk, steal a uniform. You go in as security, fake the arrest. Whoops, I seem to have the wrong casino.
Kasumi?
Take a walk, guys. I can explain.
I believe I hired you because you were the best damn thief in the galaxy.
Sweet talker.
Are you hard up for credits, or is this just to stay in practice?
People who can't get to the Citadel are having a rough time out there. This place has more money than it knows what to do with. It can help those refugees survive. And it's not like the owner can spend it if the Reapers win.
So you're robbing the rich to help the poor?
I'm doing what I do. Raiding Cerberus bases and infiltrating Reaper-held locations is fun. But I'm a thief. Stealing? It's who I am. Without it, By the way, are you gonna call security?
Just don't get caught, okay?
Hey, come on. I never get caught. Come on, guys. Show's on.
Excuse me, is there a problem?
Nope, no problem at all. Miranda.
Cute outfit, Shepard. Perfect. Thought we might try an evening out.
Sounds like you have some time to catch your breath.
I do, just not used to it. Feeling a bit lost. It's kind of sad, really. I got to thinking we needed a break. No point saving the galaxy if we can't enjoy it once in a while.
I have to say I'm a bit surprised.
I thought you might be. I can be Severe.
You're focused. Believe me, I understand.
I was thinking about our talk earlier. About having a normal life. Damn, I'm not very good at this. Truth is, Shepard, I'm not very good at being normal either. Bit of a disaster, really.
I get it. We just need a little practice.
Any ideas?
I don't know. Maybe we can talk about regular stuff. No evil clones, no picking time bombs, just talk.
Regular stuff? Okay. Like shoes or something?
Sure. We're not really girly girls, are we?
No. We can't pretend to be anything other than troubleshooting space divas.
You know, that does sound pretty cool.
It does.
Alright, let's quit worrying and just enjoy ourselves. At least till we run out of credits.
Right. Need more wine.
Now you're talking. Waiter, Space Diva needs more wine.
Oh god. I'm gonna regret this.
We're a couple of girls out on the town. What's the worst that can happen? Come on, partner. Let's start some trouble.
I came as quickly as I could. What's wrong?
I didn't mean to worry you. When I saw you were on the Citadel, I wanted to see you again.
We've said our farewells, Shepard.
Are we gonna stand on formalities? These big picture windows remind me of our talks in the Normandy's observation lounge.
This view doesn't have quite the same effect as a galaxy of stars, but I can see where it might make one sentimental. I also enjoyed our talks, Shepard. Very much.
What should we do to take our mind off things for a couple of hours?
Let's watch people. Justicars must have keen powers of perception. Testing them can be fun.
Really?
Yes. For example, the Turian there, the one limping. What do you suppose his story is?
Injured in military service, probably.
Except he doesn't wear it like a badge of honor. He seems ashamed. Whatever happened, I would guess he's an outcast.
What about the two Volus? The ones whispering? What's in the case?
They're related. Brothers, but also business partners. The one on the left is a drunk and has put the family fortune in jeopardy through risky business dealings. But now the Blue Suns have kidnapped his wife. His brother has brought the ransom. 2.3 million credits.
You can see all that?
No, I made it up. You see? Fun.
Okay. The Elcor with the umbrella. Go.
Too easy, Shepard.
What about me, then?
Too difficult. I think that you are remarkable, Shepard. When the Vids sing your praises and call you a hero, does it make you blush? Do you agree? What do you feel?
My confidence in myself and my team to get the job done is all that's important. What now?
I am content as we are, Shepard. Let us sit a while longer, even if there is nothing to say.
Hey, Shepard. Nice place. Might not look so nice after throwing that party you were talking about.
You wouldn't trash my new apartment, would you, James?
Me? No. Never. Nice view. But this place, it's just so... not what I'm used to.
Which is?
I grew up on the beach on the Pacific, so, you know, water, sand, real air.
You miss it?
Yeah. And the people.
So, what's her name?
No. I stopped fraternizing when I joined the military. The two don't seem to go well together.
Hasn't stopped you from being a shameless flirt.
Yeah, that's just my way. I don't mean anything by it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not making things awkward for you and Liara, right?
Not even remotely. So did you really come up here to talk about my personal life?
Oh, shit, right. I wanted to show you. What do you think?
It's a lot of responsibility, and you haven't passed the tests yet.
I know, and I heard every word you said. I'm 100% committed to this.
Glad to hear it.
Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to show you that bad boy. I gotta get back to the Normandy. Esteban wants my help working on the shuttle.
Thanks for coming by, James.
This is gonna be a perfect place for a fiesta. Hasta la vista, Shepard.
Hey, got any plans for the evening?
No. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind. You remember that line? From Fleet and Flotilla? Shalai and Bellicus on the balcony?
I don't think I've ever seen that vid.
What? You've never... How could you not have? Well, I know what we're doing tonight.
But Shalai, we can never be together. I have my duty, and you have your people.
Not tonight. Tonight, I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
So you've watched this a lot, huh?
Every time my friends and I had a sleepover. Kila. So many feelings.
Yeah, it's, yeah, definitely.
When this is done, I'll send you links to extranet sites with some captioned animations.
I want you to see behind this mask. I want you to see who I truly am.
I already have.
She had an infection for 3 weeks after filming this scene.
Totally worth it. You sure you want to leave that here?
I can't very well bring it back to the Normandy. I'd have nowhere to put it. This place is amazing. Puts the prefabs back on Horizon to shame. And it has a hot tub.
Go ahead.
Cheers! Oh, this is lovely. And good for the sinuses. I might not even need my antihistamine tonight.
Your what?
It's a pill. I'm allergic to dust. And cats. And public speaking. I take a proton pump inhibitor for my stomach, too. And an inhaler for asthma.
I didn't realize people still had conditions like that. No offense.
None taken. My body's just this inconvenient thing I use to carry my mind around. The colony where I grew up has limited resources. You only get gene therapy if you have a life-threatening condition. There was some scented bath oil out there somewhere. Could you grab it?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks. Eyes are over here and up here. Hey, do you have a loofah?
A loofah? This is Anderson's apartment, remember? I highly doubt he has a...
Found one! Somebody left an overnight bag with toiletries and massage oils and... you know, girly stuff. Do you know who Kay Sanders is? She has great taste in adjustable massage ones.
Miranda, good to see you. How do you like the place?
Not a part of town I'd normally associate you with, Shepard. I like it. Fix me something while you're back there, would you?
Sure. I'll get just the thing. So what brings you back?
I was hearing some confusing reports. Sounded like you had lost your mind.
No doubt. My communications were hacked, among other things. I'm sure the news had a field day.
It did. So, a clone?
Yeah. Saw it myself. Did you know anything about this?
Just rumors. Nothing really caught my attention. But about this Brooks...
Heard anything?
Not as Brooks, but as Hope Lilium. Another lie, certainly. When the Collectors showed up, she put together the dossiers on your crew for the elusive man. Never paid her much mind. Interesting. My focus at the time was bringing you back. We needed the real Shepard, not some cheap knockoff. I mean, really. A clone?
Yes. Hard to imagine.
I'm not sure the galaxy could survive 2 Shepards. Think of the property damage. Oh, they shut down my favorite sushi place.
That's a shame.
Shepard, you didn't.
I did. Fell right through the fish tank.
How did you manage that?
It exploded. Hey, it was the clone's plan, not mine.
Blowing up a fish tank shouldn't be part of anyone's plan. Although executing marine life seems to be some sort of hobby with you. No wonder your clone couldn't resist.
It was the first step in taking over my whole life. We stopped it.
Good thing, but why did it want your life? Why would anyone? All that running, jumping, gunfire. It's crazy.
I try not to think about it.
Probably for the best.
Trust me, I know all this isn't normal.
Speaking of trust, with all this clone business, how do I know you're the real Shepard?
I don't know, you just do.
Do I? That's the trouble with clones. You can never be sure.
Come on, you rebuilt me from almost nothing. Don't you recognize your own handiwork?
It's not as if I carved my initials in the corner.
Well, clone or not, I'm the only Shepard left.
Good point. I guess I'm stuck with you.
I do have a crazy life, don't I?
That you do, my friend. That you do.
Hannah Shepard here.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, honey. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice.
This is a surprise. It's been a long time.
It has. I just felt I needed to... I think about you every day. I try not to worry. The other day, I was remembering the bedtime stories we used to make up. You had your own ship and crew. The stories were always filled with adventure and danger.
Yeah. Huh. Haven't thought about that in a while.
Me neither. Oh, you'd always swoop in to punish the bad guys to save the day. So, there you are. Even when you were little, you dreamed of the life you have.
Is that the reason you wanted me to call?
No. I just want you to know that I am proud of you, honey. So proud.
What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things up for quiet conversation, or would you prefer a more energetic evening?
I think it's time to blow off some steam.
Excellent choice, Commander. Allow me to queue up a series of popular nightclub tracks and drink lists. I will also modify my appearance to be more festive.
Hey, come on in. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
Make yourselves at home.
Thank you.
Happy to be here, Shepard.
This what humans call a party?
Hell no.
Give it some time. Humans sometimes need a little more lubrication before we let loose.
Not all humans.
Hey, Shepard. You gonna have a drink?
Sure. How's everyone doing?
Ask me after 10 more of these.
Booze and Krogan. This should get fun in a hurry.
I foresee many headbutts.
Ah, yes. The Krogan high five. You know, on Earth, we have sheep that do the same thing. I'm kidding. Shit. You all need to lighten up.
No shit. It's not like we haven't earned a little R&R.
That we have, James.
Here's to us. And a chance to rest.
Hey, James. Having fun?
I'm relaxed, but fun? I think my kindergarten graduation was more fun than this.
Very funny.
Don't worry. I'll see what I can do. You know if that waterfall is warm water or cold?
You know why Cerberus is gonna lose? Demographics. You recruit a guy who's 20 and got no life, he'll work his ass off for the cause. But do you see any old people in Cerberus? Any families? No. There's no future in a terrorist group.
And sure, they pay, but you ever bring up vacation time? There was a brick wall.
That reminds me, I heard you're going to be a father. Congratulations.
Yeah? Thanks. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
You'll do great. You're a protector. That goes a long way.
How about you, Joker? How would you turn Cerberus around?
I'd make Cerberus popular. Big propaganda campaign like I was running for president. Fundraising dinner, shaking hands, kissing babes.
I think the expression you want is kissing babies.
I know what I said. You know, I miss the days when Cerberus was just hilariously incompetent. You know, when you two ran things.
Excuse me?
The only thing I was in charge of was the Lazarus Project, which, you will note, was very successful.
Hey, Commander, this is Cerberus. We were studying some Rachni, and they got loose and killed all our guys. Can you take care of that?
They did rack up quite a body count. And at least back then, it was usually their own bodies.
We knew some cells were bad, but the Alliance and the Council weren't doing anything. And we were doing good work.
And crunches. Lots of crunches.
Hey, not okay, Kasumi.
But we did bring Commander Shepard back.
And after taking down the Collectors, I cut ties with Cerberus, got loose, and started killing all their guys.
For which we thank you.
Jeff, do you remember that I am also a Cerberus project?
Oh, crap.
Edie, up for some bad examples of human behavior?
I think you mean examples of bad human behavior.
Just a hint. Grammar correction, not the best icebreaker.
Thanks for inviting me, Shepard. It's nice to see you like this.
How do you like the new crew?
You always attract the best.
Have fun.
You bet I will.
Hey, Commander. Weird to see everybody here together.
You think?
Well, weird, but good. Nice to know it's not always arm wrestling Reapers with us. Anyway, thanks for putting it together. I'll try not to be too embarrassing.
I can't get over the size of this apartment. The electric bill alone could have paid for my college tuition.
Or funded the war.
Or made a nice down payment on one of those Atlas mechs. Always one in one.
Or put an air conditioner in this suit. You have no idea how hot it gets.
Or purchased a time machine so I may escape all these primitives.
So, Shepard, you can serve this swill, but can you drink it?
Someone has to drive y'all home.
Are we sure the Normandy is still there? Has anyone else tried to steal it?
Stealing the Normandy. Now there's an idea.
Wait. What? Who?
I see you, primitive. Which of us has 4 eyes?
Trainer, you still have your toothbrush?
We can always get another Normandy. Call up Cerberus and ask them to please build us the SR3.
But wouldn't that require you to change your name? Tali'Zorah von Normandy SR3.
It's Vas Normandy. Von means one who has a weak bladder. Which feels appropriate right about now.
We've seen a lot of good times on the old girl.
That we have.
Indeed.
Here, here.
Some of you more than others. I'm just honored to have squeaked in.
To the Normandy.
And to squeaking in 50,000 years later.
And to falling in love with the ship's captain.
Or not.
Hi. I'm trying to socialize. I'm not particularly good at it.
Not much for big parties?
Well, if I know people, sure. But some of your friends are legends. I can't just ask if they've tried the hummus. Also, Dr. Chuckwus apologizes for not being here. It's some emergency medical consult on the Citadel. She sent some fancy liquor, though. It was great. Wish you could have had some.
This is nice. I don't spend much time with everyone like this. As friends. Of course, if you wanted to steal me away later, I wouldn't say no.
Your guests appear to be getting rowdy, Commander. Would you like me to change the intensity of the atmosphere?
The party's just starting. Let's turn it up.
At your service, Commander.
I heard there's a big party in there. Can we come in?
No, you can't. Go away.
How's it going over here?
You can't come in. It's going good.
I see that. Anyone interesting trying to get in?
Not really. No. Get lost. No.
Can I try that?
Sure. Press this button and say no.
No.
Great work.
Felt good. Thanks.
No. See. Easy.
Keep up the good work.
Will do. I told you already. No! Yes, I like pie. And no, you can't come in. Hey, Shepard. Thanks for the invite. Never been to a human party before. I've had lots to drink. And look at me. Still standing. Ever seen a Krogan drink so much they get sick on your floor? I'm here to make sure that dream comes true.
What do you think, Samara? You enjoying the fun?
Yes. Perhaps not with as much ferocity as other members of the team.
If it gets to be too much, don't just disappear. Promise?
I promise.
You again.
Worst planet to get shot down over? We're talking pre-war?
Pre-war, life-bearing worlds only.
I'm going with Tarith. Garden World, yes, but it's got those chlorine swamps.
I will see your Tarith and raise you Azoria, home of toxic spores and athlete's love.
In my cycle, there was no pre-war. We had a despot. Even the Reapers hated it. It had carnivores that would eat husks, then vomit up the metal. The Reapers ended up killing the planet from orbit.
Well, assuming it's a crash in a Kodiak, I'll have my arms locker. Bring on the wildlife.
Hey guys, talking shop?
No worries, this is fun for us. So, you don't have a sidearm under your pilot's chair?
The weapons locker is on the bridge, practically right there.
A weapon you can't get to is no weapon at all. When's the last time you trained with a handgun?
Sometime before I got the ass-kicking robot as my co-pilot.
That's no good. What if you have to save Edie someday?
Unacceptable. You should always train. Pilots are warriors too.
Exactly. Some range time will fix you up. Right, Commander?
You are not taking me shooting. My testosterone levels are plenty high. I fly a deadly war machine, remember?
Joker, I'm surprised at you. What about the Collector attack? The bridge can get dangerous.
Hey, they totally proved my point. If I'd fired off a shot then, I would have been mobbed. The real weapon is your brain. Take that away, you got nothing.
It still would have been nice to have a little backup at the sushi bar.
You know, there's a combat simulator on the Citadel.
Hell no. Maybe a shooting range if we're not letting this go. Maybe. But not while I'm wasted. Or hungover.
The Reapers will not care about your comfort level. Train like you mean it.
Cortez, you're on. If you're in condition to take me there, you can. But tonight, you gotta match me, shot for shot.
Great party. I'd better see you out on the dance floor later.
We'll see.
So, you're leading the Grissom Academy students?
Yeah. That a problem?
Just a surprise. Your psych profile suggested you were mainly interested in yourself.
You're telling me I'm only interested in myself? Oh, that's just fucking perfect. Did it occur to you that maybe I'm trying to grow as a goddamn person?
Oh, I could tell you were growing. I assumed it was whatever that is you're wearing.
Oh, these? Well, yeah. They were strapped down with a leather belt before. It's kind of a stupid move to show off your rack in the middle of a maximum security prison ship.
I never had the pleasure.
You'd never survive. You might break a nail.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
You're a spoiled rich girl cheerleader.
Victim.
Test tube clone princess.
I think it's past your bedtime.
Oh, did I hit a nerve? I didn't get to read your psych profile.
Ladies, I see we've all gotten enough to drink.
Relax, Shepard. I'm not gonna smear the walls with her this time.
And I couldn't possibly think of anything worse to do to her than that haircut.
Hey, cheerleader. My hair and I have been fighting brutes and marauders on the front lines of this war. Meanwhile, you got your big bubbly butt kicked by some guy with a sword.
You see, Shepard? Best of friends.
Honestly, I thought it might help if you two just kissed and got it over with.
What?
I mean, this is all just sexual tension, right? Two powerful biotics, forceful personalities, confident in their sexuality.
You are shitting me.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to record. I'm pretty sure there's a market for this.
Kasumi, I will find you and I will hurt you badly. Ugh. I need another drink.
One for me too. No ice.
Don't worry, Shepard. The cheerleader and I are just messing around.
You sure? You two seem pretty serious.
Nah. She fights better when she's pissed off. I'm just trying to keep her primed.
Occupied.
Specialist trainer, may I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything, Edie.
When you believed me to be a simple VI, you made comments about my voice.
Oh no.
Should I find somewhere else to be?
No! No. I wanted to ask you about... weren't you saying something about the Normandy's drive corps?
No.
Could you?
I wish to understand why you find my voice sexually attractive.
Oh, that was a while ago. I can't even remember what I said exactly.
She does.
Would you like me to play back my recordings of your statements?
Told you.
Tali, please stop helping.
What's wrong, you two?
I am asking Specialist Trainer about why she found my voice sexually attractive.
This is a really good cheese, Shepard. I put some in through the filters. Is it organic?
On one occasion, you said that you wanted to, quote, pin my voice against the wall and run your tongue along its collarbone.
Well, there's a context there that... you were talking about quantum entanglement, and I didn't know you were an AI.
There's some kind of herb in the cheese that I can't quite place. Is it sage or basil?
Anyway, I was just joking. You know, stress of the retrofits and...
Really? My diagnostics suggested that you were genuinely aroused.
It's really rare to get herb dextro cheeses. The Turians almost never bother.
You have diagnostics. Cerberus programmed you to check body language.
I get more reliable results measuring pupil dilation and thermal readings of erogenous zones.
Oh, good lord.
Wait, this is dextro cheese, right? Kira, did I forget to scan the cheese? This is why I don't drink.
Fair's fair, Trainer. Edie has a right to ask about what you said.
I was very interested in Trainer's ability to develop sexual feelings for what was, at the time, a bodiless voice.
You are all terrible. Edie, I apologize for saying that I wanted to roll naked with your voice in satin sheets.
Oh, I was not offended. In fact, it was flattering.
Even the part where I wanted to grab your voice by the hair and nibble my way down its back.
I do not, in fact, remember you saying that, Samantha.
Oh, that wasn't out loud. Never mind.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to run a toxin treatment program, so I don't die. I'm just going to sit here quietly and hope someone changes the subject.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Absolutely. Biotics are impressive. I'm not saying they aren't.
You're just saying that they're not that impressive.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Oh, shit.
No, it's fine. I'm sure no one here is insulted.
Maybe.
What are you trying to say, James?
I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is... I mean, check out these guns. Biotics can't give you this kind of fine instrument. The peak physical form that you see before you.
Okay, you work for it. I get that.
I'll have you know that my physical conditioning is top rate.
I mean it. Check me out.
Not sure if I can tell just by looking.
Come on in closer. Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Hey, what's going on here? Everyone playing nice?
Of course, Shepard. James was just explaining how physical conditioning trumps biotics.
Really? You going there, James?
Commander, just listen. Biotics are strong, but unpredictable. All that cooling down.
Shepard, where did you find this guy?
I wouldn't call my biotics unpredictable. I don't think the Reapers would either.
A person can improve their physique, but biotics, they are what they are.
He's joking. Right, James? I mean, what's your point exactly?
Okay. Maybe it's not conditioning exactly. Maybe it's just the condition of one James Vega. Come on, Ashley. Check it out. This guy here never has to cool down. In fact, the hotter, the better.
Hilarious.
Just hush and do some sit-ups.
Kasumi.
Just looking.
Goddess.
James, this is a no-brainer. Biotics win hands down. We're talking about harnessing dark energy here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Look around you. That had to be an argument you couldn't win.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. Ashley, you couldn't back me up?
Not without closer inspection.
Yeah? Huh. I think I can make that happen.
Okay, then.
Okay, more drinks, snacks, help yourselves.
Your guests appear to be enjoying themselves, Commander. What shall I do now?
Let's turn up the music and get some people dancing.
Very good, Commander. I have had little opportunity to use my bounce and spin functionality.
Jeff,
Yes, ED.
at social events like this, it is customary to dance with friends or loved ones. Would you dance with me?
It's gonna take a lot more than a polite request to make that happen, Edie.
I have recordings of you talking in your sleep that would make for a highly amusing extranet video.
Okay, that's cheating.
So he won't dance with you, huh?
Hello, Shepard. You will not.
Well, I will.
Seriously though, don't go there.
Well, then maybe you should dance with her.
Other people are dancing, Jeff.
Yes, they are. And I am sitting here enjoying my drink.
Joker.
No.
Come on.
No.
Seriously?
Ugh. Fine.
Dancing during wartime wastes precious energy. Protheans only dance on the graves of their enemies.
What's going on over here?
Commander, I am keeping my skills honed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do not worry. It is perfectly safe. Mostly perfectly safe.
And yet I'm still not comforted. Probably best I walk away now.
As you wish. I told Liara that Protheans invented electricity. Asari would believe anything. In my cycle, this many species together was called a slave auction. I mean, a welcome to the Empire. And one day, the Prothean Empire will rise again, and all the primitives will kneel before Javik.
You should bring out those moves more often, trainer.
You and I dancing at the same time? Too dangerous. We'd light the room on fire.
This is unexpected. And fun.
I'm always amazed humans can dance with the way your legs bend.
The way our legs bend.
Yes, you and the Asari. I'm surprised you don't tip over.
I don't tip over until I've found company, dog legs. Till then, watch and learn.
Hell yeah! Ha, go for it!
Captain on deck!
Has she always been like this?
Shepard is saving the galaxy. You have to forgive a few eccentricities.
It's very enthusiastic.
It is impressive.
We should record this and broadcast it for the Reapers. They'll either run away, melt down, or fall in love.
Good to see some things don't change.
Well, I like it, Commander. It's good to see you cut loose now and then.
Thank you for all your loyalty and support.
No, you first.
Could not.
Could you? You've seen biotics in action.
I could float you off this balcony without breaking a sweat.
Oh, I know you could, but do you have the cojones to actually do it? Any of you?
What a guy. Buckle up, brother.
James, seriously?
Shepard!
What's up? Just demonstrating a little biotic supremacy.
You okay, James?
Yeah, this is trippy. I'm kind of buzzing all over.
Exactly. Nice, right? I could feel that way on a whim.
Do you find it relaxing?
Kinda. Among other things.
Looks good on you.
I'm glad you lost that bet, James. When's my turn?
Careful. I need my full crew back when the night's over.
Okay, you've had your fun. Put me down now.
Come on, let's dance.
Wonderful party, Shepard. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Glad you came.
Strange to see everyone in one place. Perfect, really. Hey, Shepard.
Just wait. Look.
Oh, I'm licking. Believe me.
Look, I think you're beautiful and kick-ass, with an emphasis on the ass.
Thanks, that's sweet. I think you're kind of sweet.
Your lips are amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, you two. What's up?
Nothing.
Really?
No, Shepard, we're fine.
Lieutenant, did you just giggle?
I did not just giggle. I'm just... You know, Shepard, can we help you with anything?
Looks like you guys are having fun. Sorry to interrupt. I should probably go check on Glyph or something.
See you later, Shepard.
Ashley, tú con tantas curvas.
Grunt, you okay?
What? Yeah. I got 5 credits.
Excellent. Go back to sleep.
Oh, hello, panties. Oh, hey, Shep.
You're going through my drawers?
I go through everyone's drawers.
Can't you just mingle and have fun like a normal person?
Why would I want to do that? By the way, you have excellent taste in underwear.
Glad you could make it, Kasumi.
Thanks. I'm having a really good time.
By your very strange standards.
Yep. You're the other one. Excellent. Kind of puppy.
Hang on, wait.
Dancing is often considered pleasurable, Jeff.
Well, not for me.
Perhaps you've just never found the right partner.
Hey, everyone! Come over here for a minute. Let's get a photo to remember this. Arrange yourselves on the sofa.
An excellent suggestion, Shepard.
Great idea. I want a copy.
A photo with primitives. How charming.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Here's to us. Ready, Glyph?
Of course. If you could all please direct your attention this way.
Okay, everyone say Normandy.
Normandy!
What a night. But look who's here.
Is it morning already?
Yeah, and it's a perfect one. Let's see if anyone else is up.
Is it time to rule the galaxy now? Kneel before Javik. I had a dream. 50,000 years had passed. It was horrible. I was alone. Primitives had evolved. They ruled the galaxy. Solarians, Turians, the Asari. There was one. Liara. She had those eyes and that voice. She was blue. No, it was just a dream. Oh, I smelled primitives. Oh, it was no dream.
Did we, break anything last night? I don't suppose you need anything around here. Calibrated. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should just stop saying that word. But only if Liara stops saying, by the goddess. Good thing this place has extra bathrooms. Miranda takes forever to do her hair. You'd think with her genes, she wouldn't need to.
Was someone making tea? I could use some tea. The apartment seems so quiet now. The apartment seems so quiet now.
Shepard, good morning. I want to thank you for inviting me here. It was good to see everyone again.
I am going to die. I didn't know you could go through that many toxin filters in one night. Do I have a tattoo? I remember something about a tattoo. Don't get me wrong. Great party, but... yeah. I'll just be here. Right here. Forever.
Morning, Shep. You went all out with the breakfast supplies. I didn't know you could get real milk on the Citadel. I had some. Thought it was soy. I'm not really lactose intolerant. I just don't put up with lactose's stupid drama. In case I don't see you again, thanks. That was a lot of fun. I should go. Stupid dairy products.
Hey, Commander. Hell of a night. So I've managed not to throw up. Feeling pretty good about that. Oh, if everyone could just not talk so loudly, that would be great. Or close the cupboards too loud. Or walk too loud. You know, just think quiet thoughts. Still fun, though. Commander...
Morning, Shepard. Hope you slept well. Oh, I would have thought all those tequila shots with James would have prepared me for last night. What a night. Wish it never ended.
Some neighbors came by last night to complain about the noise. I put their bodies in the building incinerator. That was a joke. I have nothing else to report. I recommend breakfast.
Shepard. I was just going to lift some weights. Want to join?
Hey, you look like shit. You know the best part of an overcharged biotic amp? No hangovers. Even normal biotics get hangovers, but I can drink until I puke and still wake up just peachy. That was fun. You guys even kept up with me there for a while. Hey.
I feel fantastic. How about everyone else?
1085, 1086, 1087. Okay, who wants eggs? Liara, eggs? Trainer. Esteban, eggs? Joker, where is that guy? Ash, come on, I promised you eggs. Tali? Nah, she'll definitely want eggs. Javik, man, you gotta try my eggs. Anyone else? Miranda?
I think I broke my head on something last night. Bathroom is all cleaned up, Shepard. Good as new. Shepard.
Shepard? Eggs?
Shepard? Morning. I need a floor to curl up on.
Morning, Shepard. Had a lovely time last night. I see everyone survived the festivities, more or less. Good tea.
Oh, not so loud. Hey.
Duty calls, huh? Even with a hangover?
There's still a war on.
Unless the Reapers are on shore leave too?
I'm guessing they're not. Round everyone up, pass out the aspirin, and have them report to the Normandy.
You got it.
I suppose it's back to the fight.
At least we threw one hell of a party. Probably the last one.
You may be right. But whatever happens, I know you'll see this through. And I'll be right there with you. We've been through a lot, haven't we? But it's been a good ride.
The best.